Alrighty all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tommy and today's show is going to be all about that pork rib. And look, I know there are tons of different pork rib recipes out there on the net. So many so that it can get quite confusing. And so I thought what I would do here on today's show is I will give you the most simple, delicious rib recipe that you could possibly do. I mean, this is a no-brainer rib recipe. There is no doubt about it. I've got a rack of baby back ribs down here. Let's turn that camera down here. Let's get these prepped up. After that, I will bring you over to my Z grills and we will get that fired up. So here is a store purchased rack of baby back ribs. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is open them up. When you put your knife to the plastic to open it, you don't want to do the front. Use the back where the bones are. That way you do not damage any of the meat. When you do slit them open to unwrap them, keep a nice pocket there so when you pull the ribs out, all those juices will stay inside the plastic. So get these on the board, grab yourself some paper towels because the first thing you're going to want to do is dry them off. So once dried off, you want to look the rack over. You want to make sure if everything looks good, there's no major amounts of fat. Anything dangling like this, you are just going to take off. This is basically just squaring the rack. Don't worry, this will go unseasoned for my dog Molly, the black lab. Now, one misconception with ribs, and trust me, I have A-B'd them where I pulled the membrane and didn't pull the membrane, and you could not tell the difference. So I will leave that up to you. If you are gonna pull the membrane, you're gonna wanna start from the middle, stop pulling from the end. I am not gonna pull the membrane. I am just gonna score it. So look, you can choose any rub that you like on ribs. Sometimes the best is the simplest. This is a salt, pepper, and garlic. That is a 16 mesh black pepper, kosher salt, and some granulated garlic. I mix this stuff up in batches. I get it from Amazon, mix it in batches. I leave it in the cabinet. That is always there when I need it, and this is perfect for ribs. Again, it is simple and perfect, so we will use this. Now look, if you'd like to use a fancy rub, go ahead, by all means use it. Of course, we didn't remove the membrane, which may stop some rub from penetrating through. We still want to get some rub on the back end. And that basically is all there is to this. And I definitely like to get any proteins that I'm working with. I'll usually rub them down before I fire up the pit. That way they can sit for about 20 minutes, a half hour. Let that rub do its thing. With all that said, let's get on over to my Z. Let's get that fired up and then we will start this cook. Alrighty guys, so look, there is nothing to do here but to wait, and we will let this run at 250 for 2 hours. There is no reason even to peak. Just make sure you maintain that 250, and again, just let it run for 2 hours. At that time, I will bring you guys back. So we are exactly 2 hours in, and the pit is holding perfectly at that 250. What you want to do here is you want to go in, you want to check out the ribs. Just make sure there are no hot spots. Nothing is getting too dark. By now your bark has formed quite nicely. Get yourself either a 50-50 water apple cider vinegar spritz or even a plain old water. You're gonna spritz them down. Make sure you spritz the underneath, and that is basically it. Shut it down, let it go at 250, and we will just let it run for another hour. At that time, I will bring you guys back. We will give it another spritz. Alrighty guys, so look, we are at that 3 hour mark, and the only thing to do here is just to check the ribs and give them a little bit of a spritz. Again, 3 hours in, 250 is perfect. We will just let these run to that 4-hour mark. At that time, I will bring you back and we will start probing for doneness. Alrighty, also here's where we are. We are reading in between the bones about 197 Fahrenheit. More importantly than that, we are probing like butter. At this point, what I am gonna do is I am gonna bump the pit up to 275 and hit it with my favorite barbecue sauce. This is gonna be a sauce with no name by Uncle Steve Shake. Pick your favorite sauce. Now, I did put a piece of foil underneath because I don't want to muck up the pit too much. This is going to make no difference on the recipe, as she took on as much smoke as she's going to take on. So we've got it sauced. We've got a 275. At this point, we know the ribs are just about done. So we are just going to tack up that sauce and let it go for about 15 minutes or so. At that time, I will bring you guys back. We will get it on over into the shack. We will slice them open, talk about it, and finish up the show. So we will all watch as I take the long walk from the Z over to the shack, and I got to tell you, these ribs look absolutely incredible. So this is about the easiest rib that you're going to be able to do. This is basically a 5-hour no wrap rib. Every time I've done this recipe, it was always done within that 5-hour mark. This one came in at 4 hours and 45 minutes. That is at that 250. And I can tell you, on a promise, that these are as juicy can be. And obviously with that baby back ribs, you are gonna get a ton of meat. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is about as perfect of a rib that you can get. I mean, nothing else to do but just to go in and taste it. Cheers. So right off the bat, with a no rib rib, it's not going to be fall off the bone. You're going to get a little bit of a bite, although she'll pretty much pull off the bone, but it is still going to be a little bit of a bite. These are tender, these are delicious, man, these are juicy. And that is it for this one. I appreciate you all, and until next time, we will see you soon.